Hello, I am Pankaj Saran and I am going to start new topic working with functions for class 12th. Now we have learned about module. Can you remember what is module? If not, then I recall you. There are three designs. One is unstructured, second is structured, and third is modular design. What is unstructured design, structured design, and modular design? There are three types of design of any program. Unstructured design means when suppose you are writing this program, and in unstructured, control jumps. So where jumping concept is applied, that particular language is known as unstructured language. What is the meaning of jumping concept? Means control jumps from here to here, and from here it again jump back to the top and moves this type. So this type of design is unstructured. In this case of design, debugging is debugging is very difficult. Now what is meaning of debugging? Debugging is searching and removal of the errors. So in this case, debugging is very difficult. Why debugging is very difficult? Because we know that approach is two types, top to bottom and bottom to top. In general, approach is top to bottom. So when a programmer or debugger start from the top, he has to move from this here to here and from here to here. So it will make debugging very difficult if a program is large. In the small program there is no problem, but as a program becomes larger and complex, the debugging becomes very difficult in unstructured design. In structured design, suppose a program is written here. In structured design, jumping concept is not there, means here single entry and single exit of the program. But it is better than unstructured design for debugging. But if any problem or any error comes in the structured design program, then in this case also debugger or programmer have to check the entire program from first line to last line. But it is easier debugging than the unstructured design. Third is modular design. Suppose structured design is here. And modular design is a partition of structured design into number of small partition. If structured design is partition into number of small partition, then this type of partition is known as modular design, and these small parts are known as modules. So what is the advantage of using modular design? Here problem arises in which module user have to search the problem in that module. User have not to search any other module or any other partition. If problem in this partition, then he or she will search the problem and remove the problem only in this module, or this portion will be test, not this or this. So here program becomes easier and work becomes faster and debugging becomes easier. So these are known as modules, and these modules are known as functions. So functions is just a module which makes work easier. So from the modular design, we can say that use of module or use of function makes program program faster. How can it makes program faster? We will talk about it. Debugging becomes easy, complexity of the program becomes lesser. If program is complex, then use of module reduce the complexity of the program, and length of the program is short. How the program length is short, we will also talk about it. So we have to talk about this. Program execution becomes faster, and size length of the program becomes shorter. When the basic element of any program is data and action, and data and action, data or instructions are combined together for the particular work, then but obvious program execution will be faster. And if definition is there, and we have to call number of times particular definition, but obvious in general when we have to write the entire definition 2 or 3 times as we want to call. But if function is there, module is there, we have to write only once, and whenever required we can call that particular definition. So length of program will reduce, execution will fast, program will short, program will easy, program will short, execution faster, debugging easy, length of program reduced. So these are advantages of using modules in the program. And what is the module? Module is just a function. You can say module and function are the same. These are the partition of the entire program into number of different partitions. So these are advantages of using functions. Now we can categorize the function according to different categories. According to principle, and second is according to working. According to principle and according to working. Now according to principle, it is of three types. Predefined, or you can say inbuilt, imported, and third is user defined function. What is the meaning of predefined or inbuilt? These are functions which are defined in the module, in the Python module, and it can be used directly without using any library or without using any class. That's why they are known as inbuilt or predefined. Imported function means they are associated with particular type. Suppose you have to perform some work on mathematics, then you have to import math. You have to perform any work on a string, then you have to take object of a string, math object or a string object. So these functions are known as imported functions. For this you have to use the object of the imported class. And user defined means user define the definition according to its requirement. So we have to learn, we have used as len function and ordinal function, chr function. These are predefined or inbuilt function, and some imported function, sqr, sqrt, pow, or string function. upper, lower, to upper, is lower, is upper, etc. These are imported function, and user defined function we have to learn. So according to principle, three types of functions: predefined, imported, and user defined. And according to working, these are also of two types: without argument, and here with argument. Without argument means, now what is the meaning of argument? And one more, you can recognize the function that in the last function have the parenthesis. If any character, any word having parenthesis in the last, then it means that it is a function. So without argument, and if there is something on in it, in the enclosure of this parenthesis, then that is known as argument. And what is the meaning of argument? Function works according to that particular argument. Suppose you are working on sine, cos, trigonometrical function. Then what is sine theta? So theta is an argument. Theta is an argument of sine. Value of sine appears according to the value of theta. So argument is a concept in which function work according to the value of argument. And argument can be we have to learn, argument can be any constant or any variable or any expression. If you are using argument, it can be constant, variable, or expression. Anyone can be taken as the argument, and what argument is placed within the parenthesis, which represent this type of function with argument. If there is nothing in between the curly braces, in between the parenthesis, then it is known as without argument. And if there is something in parenthesis, then it is known as with argument. Now without argument, there is no argument, and with arguments there comes to two things. Number one is arguments, and number two is parameter. What is argument and what is parameter? When in the function there are two things. First is definition and other is calling. So when we work on the function, there are two things. Number one is definition, number two is calling. In general, there are three things associated with the function. Number one is binding, number two is calling, number three is definition. What is the meaning of binding? Binding means association of calling of function with the definition. It is known as binding. And calling means when you call the function, and definition means where you have to define the definition of that particular module or function. So there is syntax of defining any function. It is begin with def. In general, function is defined in the starting of the program. So we have to def. If the line begins with def, means it is also a compound statement. Can you remember what are the different types of statements? There are three types of statements. Number one is simple statement, number two is compound statement, number three is empty statement. So in compound statement, how can you recognize that particular statement is a compound statement? That you can recognize that in the end of the compound statement, colon symbol is there. So you have to write the definition of the function with the def function name. You have defined def function name and this parenthesis argument if any, and then colon symbol. It indicates definition function is also a compound statement, and then you have to write some statements that you want to execute in the body of the function. So it is the syntax of definition of function. You have to write def. You can start def function name and argument if any, and you have to write different statement for definition. And at the time of calling, you have to only write the function name and argument if any. In calling, at the time of calling, you have to write only the function name instead of def. You have to define the function with the def, and at the time of calling there is no need to write def again because you are calling. So only function name required for the calling. And with argument function is also of three types. Positional, number two default, keyword or name. With argument are three types: positional, default, and third is keyword or named function. We have learned about this predefined and imported function. Now you have to learn about user defined function, and according to working with argument. User defined can be with argument or without argument, and we have to learn different types of definition with using positional, default argument or keyword or name. Now if we are working on with argument, then at the time of calling, the argument value is known as argument, and the definition where you receive the value is known as parameter. So here parameter and arguments are two different things. Argument, you can say that argument is actual parameter, and parameter, whatever the parameter, it is the formal parameter. Now with arguments means actual argument means which you have to pass from while the calling, and parameter is formal argument, which is also known as receiver. Whatever you pass the value through the argument, it is known as actual parameter, and where the value is received known as parameter or formal argument. Now we have to start definition. We have to start writing the program about with the argument or without argument, but I will start in the next session, next lecture. This time I will giving the concept of module or function and different types of different categories of function, and we have learned. We will meet again in next lecture. Thank you.